Greetings everyone and welcome to a video where I'll be answering one of the most popular questions out there. It's one of the best tips that I can give you how to win or what to focus on when you're ahead in material. Very often you're ahead by a pawn, piece, rook, knight. You don't want to mess up those positions anymore. Focus on your king's safety. I will show you one example played by my student where he made a terrible mistake when he was ahead in material, but I will also show you a grandmaster game where grandmaster messed up a winning position that he should have avoided because he wasn't focusing on the safety of the king. So let's take a look at this position in front of us. White is materially 7 points up. What he needs to ensure is that their king is safe. So for example, right now you could see that there is a pin and maybe some tricks around the king. The most safe move probably that white could make is a move like bishop to g3 when you simply prevent the pin, or you place your king, for example, on h1 and avoid those tactical ideas that would come up with knight h3 or later queen h3, so forth and so on. However, in the game what happened is white pushed the pawns and made their king weak. Just take a look. I know, it seems like you have never been here, but you were, all of us were. And after a few moves, white loses the game. Now it's unbelievable. If you look at the position here, feels very, very, very winning for white. Plus 7 points, I mean, right? And I want you to remember, these ideas of f4, g4, weakening your king anyhow, is out of the window in the garbage can when queens are on the board and you're ahead in material. King safety, king safety, king safety. You can be ahead by as much material as you want, but the safety or vulnerability of the king is the most important element in chess. Now let's take a look at a similar example, but a very high level example where two grandmasters were playing. Black is up a pawn, at their level, black is winning, and just want to get to like a comfortable endgame where you trade off pieces and you could finally make that pawn, extra pawn that you have, into a new queen. So you can pause the video and try to think how would you play here with black. And I think that very common sequence that would fail is something like this. Oh, I outplayed my opponent out of the opening. Time to trade off because I'm ahead. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna play knight to c6. Life is beautiful. Let's make a pina colada. I'm gonna double up my rogues, go like knight to b4, invade, trade everything off, and out of the blue, bam, bishop h6. All right, maybe it's not too bad. Takes. All right, I'm still within the control. And then you realize that you have to resign. It's like, oh my God, I blundered. I was winning the whole game. My opponent is lucky, etc., etc. Now, you did not, if you played like this, read the board well. Yes, you're ahead by a pawn, but this pawn on e5 with queens on the board provides white with space advantage. Space advantage means that they can move more troops to the king side. You didn't maintain the knight on f6 because you couldn't, which is the excellent protector in most positions of your king. So now they have the rook lifts, they have a lot of pieces that look at your king, and that's what a king side attack is. It's when his pieces can come to your king and attack it. So you're required to so-called play dynamically. You're not ahead in the long-term advantages because you're getting mated over here. So in order for you to make it simpler for yourself, you got to change the queens if possible. And that's one of the ways we can make our king safe again. And the move here is, instead of knight e3, queen to d4. It's a double attack against opponent's queen and the dark square bishop, which forces white to trade the queens. And I would say that you cannot lose this in 1,000 years. Of course you could, but the position is much, much safer than what it was before. Now you can play knight to c6, double up the rooks, start converting this extra pawn into a new queen, and life is beautiful. Now it's time to make yourself a pina colada. So make sure that you understand king safety is the most important element in chess. And if you're material up, the most important thing for you is to make sure that your king is safe. And if your king is not safe, you got to play dynamically. Maybe you can create counterplay, maybe you can exchange the queens, maybe you can open up the center if he's attacking your king on the wing, etc., etc. Perhaps I should make a video on king safety alone. If you would like that, please let me know in the comments. But here I wanted to give you this very important tip that changed my own chess career, and I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, you can also consider hiring me as your personal online chess coach. My contacts are on the screen. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.